The state of Delaware has school choice. That means students could go to whatever public school they choose. But in Kent and Sussex counties, there are very few choices beyond the public schools. So parents might not stop and consider a private education like the one offered at the Jefferson School in Georgetown for their child. School leaders there say they should. After all, they say the investment in your child's education is one that promises a great return.
Yeah, that's working. That's working perfectly.
The filter will take care of that.
Yeah, that's working perfectly.
These 7th and 8th graders have been issued a challenge.
Eva, good idea.
Find a real-life, efficient, and effective way to filter pond water. Water they collected from one of 2 ponds outside their classroom.
We get the students outside a lot to learn about the environment and really discuss the impact that we have on the environment, and we can do that because of the acreage we do have.
One of many advantages head of school Connie Hendricks says students have at the Jefferson School.
We're a smaller environment, and our classrooms are smaller with the number of student-teacher ratio, but also we do a lot more, I believe, hands-on. We're more experiential. We get the students outside.
Tucked away on 43 acres in Georgetown, it just might be one of Sussex County's best-kept secrets.
It's beautiful because we have 43 acres. It's very calm. It's very relaxing. The students can get outside. We have a nature trail and 2 ponds, and so it's a nice secret.
But it's what happens inside the school that impressed Mina Thomas. She enrolled her son Dylan after moving to Delmarva from Baltimore.
We moved here because we wanted to spend more time with our family and slow things down.
A decision she's glad she and her husband made.
I think that the Jefferson School has given Dylan the kind of education that everybody who thinks about private school education would want for their kid, and that is the smaller class sizes, the excellent educators, and helping him build his character and his integrity.
Christine Falcon is Dylan's teacher. As a teacher, she enjoys the flexibility of a private school.
If we need to change up our day, like let's say I'm teaching math before lunch and the kids' blood sugar is dropping and they're exhausted, I can change my schedule so that I can do it in the afternoon or do it early in the morning. And if the kids get it and it's taking right off, we can whip through and just move on to something else, or I can slow down with individuals and bring them to where they need to be.
Teachers really have the freedom to decide what's best for that class, and it could be different from year to year. They don't have to teach page 249 by a certain date. They need to cover everything, but it can be in any way that they want to cover it, as long as all the students are getting it and they're doing well, and we don't have to stop. If a student is getting an A, we're not so grade focused. Some students will stop, great, I have an A, but we want them to always strive to want more. So we can do that. We have that freedom. We don't have to go to the district office and ask for permission. We can do what we know is best for that group.
And it appears to be working. With a small student body, Hendricks is able to keep track of students once they move on to high school and beyond.
All the high schools that I've talked to are really pleased. They have the critical thinking skills. They're not afraid to ask questions. Academically, they're sound, so they do well.
The Jefferson School is doing a good job providing the building blocks of a good education. And so far, that's the case with Dylan.
They know Dylan very well. They know his strengths and his weaknesses, and they were able to motivate him to do better in school and try to avoid some of those weaknesses.
A relationship that makes the Jefferson School a strong community of learning.
They're a very comfortable group, and it's almost where we've become a family, really. That's the nice thing about it.
A formula that yields winning results.
And the Jefferson School recently celebrated its 20th anniversary. The school also keeps up with technology. Each student receives a Google Chromebook, and the school is completely wireless. If you would like to learn more about the Jefferson School, there's an open house Friday, March 1st from 8:30 to 10 a.m. You can also learn about the school by going to our website, delmarvalife.com. Still to come on Delmarva Life, think spring. It's less than a month away, but before you break out the lighter fabrics, bolder colors, and shorter sleeves, we check in with a fashion expert to find out what's hot and what's not this year. Plus, the guessing game continues. Where's Brian? Well, he's standing by with our first clue. Brian?
Well, Lisa, here is your first clue, the first of 2 clues. Ready or not? Clue number 1. The greatest periods of expansion where I am happened after World War I and World War II. One more clue to go, and then I'll reveal where I am. Stay with us. You're watching Delmarva Life. We will be right back.